And the walls kept tumbling down and it started that we laugh. Shit. And that wall over the hills, I forgot to edit the shit. And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing's but not in that shit ain't at all, and then upload the shit. Announcement of a stream to the YouTube, and the walls kept tumbling, damn it, stramming. And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changes all in you close your eyes? Then I'm here, nothing changes at all. And the wall kept tumbling down and hitting me. And that's how you make an entrance. Make some noise! Bum with a bang today. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dick the Trader, and welcome back to a call. My God. I have been really lax as of late. You know why? You know why I've been sucking at ass and uploads? Because I have been sicker than a bitch lately. And, yeah, you could probably still, I don't know how this microphone picks up the subtleties in my voice quality. But I sound like shit. Echo days last as long as a fucking... They're long. I don't have any analogies because it's so long. So let's just avoid the easy joke and get on with it. So we're doing Leo's route right now. We're on apparently the beginning of the 4th day only. That does not sound right, but this looks right. So let us get on with it. By morning, Leo seems to have perked up a little. That's good. What day is it? What day is it? Show day! That was dumb. I did see that a finish to Carl's route happened. I saw in the notes for the update that it is one of a few. I don't know how that's gonna work, but we will see when we get done with the Leo route how the Carl route, or at least yeah, we'll get to the end of the updates for Leo and then we'll go back to Carl because I wanna know. And I can show me, but my arbitrary rules are keeping me from it. It starts with some good news from Flynn. Carl had been in the crawl space. Fuck. Apparently there are multiple endings. I don't know how the hell that's gonna work, but we shall see. According to him, it had been too hot to sleep anywhere but there. Of course, that's fucking insane, but it's definitely something Carl might do. Well, we know that he was being possessed or some shit, but... that's the story we're gonna get, so let's just keep going. In better spirits, Leo suggested that we go out to some burger joint, to which I agree. On the way, we chat about my project. So, obviously, I don't want to spend all of our time just having fun. You do have a project to do, after all. Yeah, I don't remind him that most of this messing around has been his idea. Fucker. Though we do need to hang out with TJ today, if that's okay. I promised him we would yesterday. He's been feeling kind of down, obviously. I look down at my sausage! No ghosts. I ain't scared of no ghosts. I'm scared of a lot of fucking things, including ghosts. I'm fucked, basically. I looked down at my sausage biscuit sandwich. The excess grease glistening in the sunlight shining through my window. Okay. Even McDonald's doesn't have that greasy of sausage biscuit sandwich. I don't know where the fuck. I was thinking the park. Yeah, that sounds like fun. So what do you still need to do? I take a bite to give myself time to think. Well, honestly, I'm not too sure. The whole premise is about the body that was found in the mine. Yeah, what was that about? What could that ever be about? Well, I read about it on a website. Apparently some guy's mutilated body was found in the mines, and everyone in town lost their minds. Is it our body? Is it our body? Is it our body? Is that the ultimate twist? That our body is what happened, and that's why all this crazy shit's been going on. Like, we've been living a ghost life. That'd be crazy. A website? Yeah. You know those things that you go to for porn? Yeah, one of those things. Shouldn't you have a better source than that? What's wrong with a fucking website? Like, not everything you read on the internet is fact. But if you have a website for, like, a university or a well-researched, like, news source, that doesn't mean it's discredited just because it's on a website. Like, fuck you, Leo. Gosh. Lies! Lies! All lies! Yeah. My itchy ear. Oh, especially if the whole idea of your project is based off of that. I blush. Someone like Leo chastising me about journalistic integrity is kind of embarrassing. What, is he a fraud? I don't... It's not that he's stupid. I guess I'm just used to feeling like the brains of a little dynamic. I mean, it's cited. I just need to get the book, which is something else we need to do. Do you have a library card? No. Oh, surprising. First of all, dick. Second of all, Echo is a library. Maybe it's in Peyton, I don't know, but fuck you. But a good sign up for one. I mean, usually library cards are usually free in my experience. Leo nudges me. Don't be bitter. I just want you to do a good job. I'm the one that went to college. I know what I'm doing. Leo laughs. You know, I read a study about college kids. A study? Sounds like something you wouldn't know about considering you don't... What? Sounds like something you wouldn't know about considering you didn't go to college. Right. Anyway, it was about how college doesn't make you smart, just more liberal. I mean, you do call it liberal arts, I'm just saying. Also, fuck you. So, is that a bad thing? Oh, paying $20,000 a year to get indoctrinated just doesn't appeal to me. Boy, you from a small-ass town. You been indoctrinated, bitch. What the fuck? I frown. Is that why you stopped going, or have you just been looking up these cities to make yourself feel better about quitting? Leo pauses. That's a strong word. I guess I just realized what I had was good enough. My dad makes more than most college grads, and he's teaching me the trade, too. Leo pauses as he changes lanes around a massive 16-wheel carrying what looks like steel. Why is that important? I don't know. And I'm already certified. Okay, where exactly are you going with this? I just want to make sure you're okay with that, is all. Well, I'm not Jenna. As long as you're doing what you want, I really don't care what it is you decide to do. My screen is fucking up. My laptop screen is broken. So, yay. Boom. Yeah. Leo smiles. Oh, good. And if we, I'm not saying we will, but if we ever get together again, I'll be able to support you. Well, just don't make fun of me for going to college or what degree I decided to go into. You know, you're a good enough writer already. You could have just started up a blog or something. Yeah, that's a guaranteed paycheck. What? I just read that that's what journalism is these days. No, it's not! I start sulking again. Maybe you should stop looking these things up. At least I'm learning to do something. It's not like I just got a degree in psychology and stopped there. Bri's getting a degree in psychology, that's why it's funny to me. Oh, didn't you tell me you wanted to go into history? Isn't that What the fuck? How is history worse? Fuck. It's just dropping. Yeah, they know I'm getting upset now. Leo looks at me out of the corner of his eye. Spanish word, I'm not making fun of you. Well, when someone starts sounding like my dad, I think it's a good time to end the conversation. Oh, you're not into that? Definitely not. We drive in silence for a while as Leo pulls out his food from his brown, grease-stained paper bag. As we're heading back, he nudges me. Hey, I have an idea. He talks with his mouth full. One hand holding onto his sausage biscuit while the other steers. Are you asking me? Hey, both hands on the wheel. Leo chuckles as he swigs from his orange juice carton with his steering paw while returning it to the wheel. Even when I'm in the car, you drive like shit. Hey, I'm way more careful than you're with me. You're with me. You are. Yeah. Makes me feel so much better. Good. Takes another huge bite. How big is this fucking biscuit? I wait while he chews, and when he finishes, he takes another bite. How many big bites can you take out of a sausage biscuit sandwich? What the fuck? You were saying? Oh yeah, you know those train tracks behind my yard? Didn't you say they were important somehow? Yeah, Echo used to be an important junction. Well, why don't we go there and you can film some stuff? The rail yard is only like a 5-minute walk away. I think. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Leo smiles, panting a little in the heat, looking proud of himself. Cool, we'll go over once we get back. There's not much left of the old train yard. The building that used to service the junction is basically gone, save for the foundation. That was the building that they lived in. There are 2 groups of abandoned freight cars with Golden Gate Southwestern and ship paint on the sides. I'm happy to see it, since it'll help with the scenery I'm trying to capture. After doing a few panning shots along with some close-ups of the cars, I lean against an old freight car with my head back. I close my eyes against the heat. It's almost noon, so it's impossible to find any good shade out here. For some reason, it's only now that I'm realizing how stupid it was to do this so early. The sunset would have looked a lot better, along with it being a lot cooler. Leo's been gone for almost 20 minutes at this point. He said he was gonna get some water bottles, but it's been a while. Sweat seeping into my shirt makes my skin crawl. After looking around, I peel it off and hang it up against a small metal ladder on the frame of one of the freight cars. I lean back against the exact same spot I was earlier, when it isn't burning hot, and resume closing my eyes. Vaguely, I wonder how many miles this thing has covered, how much of the country it's seen. The railway was closed down in the 60s, so it's at least over 50 years old. Unless they're just using Echo as a dump for unwanted train cars, and left them here recently. A lot older than I am. There's something weirdly comforting about leaning against something that's been through so much. Almost reassuring. It's like swimming in an old river or lake that's been around for millions of years. Something brief connected to things that are permanent. I hear rustling through the grass on the other side of the car, but I keep my eyes closed. Bad idea! Yeah, I think I'm gonna die. I'm not built for the heat. This is bad. It's gonna be Clint or someone. Ugh. Or maybe it's Flynn coming out here to lick us. I don't know. This is about to get crazy to go nuts. I wait, but he doesn't say anything. Find some shade. Find some cover. Find a gun! I don't know. Get the fuck out of there. Leo? The rustling starts up again, a long, slow drag through the dried vegetation. This time it sounds like it's coming from under the train! No! Leo? I finally open my eyes and step away from the car, turning around to look at it. It's like I can see through it. What are you doing? Obviously trying to scare me. Leo was never as subtle as Jenna, he did his fair share of at least trying. I lean over to look out of the car, glaring. You know, if you're trying... Shit. I met with the emptiness under the car. Just dirt, dead grass, and rusted rails. Was it some kind of animal? It sounded pretty big to be... Fuck! Chase! Fuck! That's what I said too. A heavy paw slams on my shoulder and I jump as Leo shouts right next to my head. I stumble forward, but he grabs me up, laughing. Ha 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 ha! Holy shit! I've never seen you jump that hard before. Normally I'd be pissed, but that build-up just had me glad it was Leo. You said no ghost. How'd you do that? Do what? That whole setup you did. You see, first I take my hand and I slap it on your shoulder. Oh, the whole walking around behind me and making that dragging sound out of the car. Huh? Fuck. Leo looks confused. A frown. I guess it would have been kind of impossible for someone Leo's size to sneak around like that without me seeing him. Did you hear something? Leo mimics my earlier position and bends over to look under the train. Yeah, but there wasn't anything there. I thought you were trying to scare me. Well, I was, but I didn't do that. Probably some animal or something. There's a lot of weird wildlife out here, you know? He stands up. It would have been a good idea, though. It sounded really heavy, like a person. It'd have been could have been. A lot of weirder people around here like to come here to get drunk or high or whatever. Sounds fun. I must still look a little unnerved because Leo sets a hand on my shoulder. Well, I'm here now, so don't worry. I'm invincible! Also, you just look psychotic, man. You look scary. His eyes drift down to look at my torso. Damn, you've kept in shape. Better shape. Well, better shape. Fucker. I smirk, rubbing his shoulder. Swimming every day helps. Leo rubs my shoulder, grinning. Yeah, you're good. You always say that, and I always mean it. Oh, thanks. We got to the point where I've just stopped pretending that there isn't at least something still there between us. There isn't anything. It's just him being a manipulative asshole. And I think I've stopped pretending that nothing's gonna happen on this trip. Eventually. What really worries me is what will happen after. Leo, meanwhile, slides his hand over my stomach. Not that I'd care if you gained any weight. That happens. But I'd like you this way. What? I don't get that one. It happens. I only hesitate for a moment. I slide my own hand under. Oh my God, Leo! Ooh, leave room for Jesus. The hand under his shirt, and Leo makes a soft gasping noise as I press up against his stomach. His ears fold back, though he keeps a grin on his face. Being wolf makes it harder, you know. I believe you. As if to try and convince me he hasn't really gained weight, he flexes his abs, flattening the soft fur of his stomach against my palm. Steel wrapped in velvet. But you know I'm into that. God! Pfft. I get the urge to adjust my pants to my dick. Isn't jamming so uncomfortably into the crotch. I don't want to make it that obvious that I'm aroused. You mind feeling some other part of me? You're making me feel fat. Demonetized. WrestleMania. I giggle before I slide my hand up his torso. Okay, you're defying gravity. I will just say that. Gravity is a law, motherfucker. This exposes more of his white stomach all the way up to his chest, and I can feel his pounding heart. I want to see why that would be a bad thing. Yeah. That better. Leo just gives me a breathy, laughing exhale. As he lets me feel him. He sidles closer, resting both of his hands on my way. Oh my God! I feel the peck in my hand as I rub through his fur to find the nipple. Oh God, nipple! Underneath, feeling it harden in response. Leo shudders and grins at me. Yugi! I think this place does things to us, Chase. Remember our first kiss? This isn't the exact spot. Was it really 6 years ago already? I sigh, then slide both of my hands under his shirt and wrap them around. One was under his shirt. I then wrap them around his waist, burying my face in his chest. Leo hugs back as he starts nibbling at my ears, which makes me gasp. Can't we just enjoy the moment? Leo giggles. I am. I look up at him and I'm not sure if I just run into it. But we kiss! There's a small peck. Then Leo puts his hand behind my head and pushes me deeper into the kiss. Tattoos would probably just be like more permanent fur dye. He opens his muzzle to clamp around mine, his warm tongue pressing up against my lips. I am still for a moment, and so is he, waiting for me to respond. When I do, it's with my paws around his back, me kissing back. A soft crack into my right makes me jerk my head from the kiss to look over. Kudzu! Kudzu! Ruining the moment! Standing there, his arms folded. Oh, fuck! That's what he looks like? We didn't see him in the, Oh, did we? I don't know, I feel like this is the first time I've seen this raccoon look motherfucker. Leo coughs in surprise, pulling back as well and wiping his muzzle. Fucking blah! Kudzu, what's up? The raccoon's expression is hard to read, as usual, but I see the corner of his muzzle quirk up after a while. Nah, mush, what's up with you? Oh, you know, stuff. They are exes. Of course, in this heat, it's hard not to be thirsty. Leo stands, and finally, Kudzu smiles. Hey, Kudzu. I speak up, feeling awkward, staying silent after Kudzu calls us like that. He nods in my direction. Chase? So what are you guys really doing out here? Seems like a kind of dumpy place to be doing that. I blush, and turn and point to my camera bag sitting inside the opening of a car. I was filming for my project. This place is important to Echo's history. I see. We could ask you the same thing. Well, I'm not exactly doing that, am I? Anyway, I just take walks sometimes on my days off. In the middle of the day? Usually. He narrows his eyes at me, clearly thinking that I'm suspicious about something, so I quickly add, I mean, it just gets so hot out here at this time of day, I'd die. God. Kudzu shrugs his shoulders nonchalantly. I don't know, I go for walks a lot. That's what I was doing last night when I found you two. Thanks for stepping in last night. Oh, fuck! Okay, yeah, Automod caught that one. And Leo takes all the cork! Hey, thanks for stepping in last night. That could have ended badly. Kudzu shrugs again. It would have. And I had to do something, didn't I? Well, we appreciate it. Leo wraps an arm around me and hugs. So, how was he when he came to? Pissed, obviously. He always is. But he said some things last night. You should stay away from him for a while. Kudzu's normally placid face shows some concern for the first time. Why, wait, so many voices! What, he say he was gonna kill me? Leo says it lightly, like it's not a big deal. No, he's gonna kill me! Is what he's gonna say. Among other things. His eyes flick to me. I called it! I give a start. What? Whoa, wait, did he say some shit about Chase? Leo's hackles rise, and I can see him starting to bare his teeth. Shit. Again, he was on something last night. Again, he was on something last night. He might not even remember it, but I'm just warning you to be careful around him from now on. Kudzu looks back at Leo. Don't provoke him. I wouldn't if he wasn't such a fucking asshat. Just ignore him. I swear to God, if he talked about doing shit to Chase. His grip tightens around me, or even more around me. Hey, we got in a few days. Don't worry about me. I'm worried about you. I'm just getting really tired of that meth skeleton messing with everything I do. And he was fucking try something with you. Leo? Leo's tense, and I can feel Leo growling deep in his throat. Wanting to change subject, I speak up. Hey, Kudzu! You know, we were gonna go out to the park and hang out. Do you want to come? Thanks, but I think I'm good. Leo perks up from his brooding. You know what? I think that's a good idea. We were gonna play some soccer, but there's only gonna be 3 of us. You could help even it out. Kudzu thinks. I suppose I could use a workout. Ha! You're just like TJ. I think you guys will get along great. I don't think so. I only see TJ and Kudzu getting along just because they're fitness conscious. They're practically night and day. Well, we're heading out about right now. You gonna come? Kudzu hesitates. Kudzu hesitates, and he's for a second longer before he nods his head with a quick jerk. Yeah, why not? And with that, I gather up my equipment and we head back to Leo's house. Maybe shrug. It's not surprising that Echo hardly has an inch of flat grass in the entire town. Leo says they're planning to lay down sod next to the lake when the area is further developed, but as of now we have to settle for a park near Peyton. It's a plain stretch of grass, usually was used for youth soccer games. In fact, I can remember when I was part of that same organization, back in when my stubby legs didn't matter as much. Of course, after a few years, it became clear that being an otter, I wasn't built for the sport. That's when I took up swimming, of course, but then I realized that I wasn't really great at that either. Damn, you suck at swimming and you're an otter? Of course, I could outswim any non-aquatic, but when it comes to other otters, I was pretty much bottom of the barrel. As we drive, TJ sighs next to me. I look over at him and he's got his elbow against the armrest, staring out of the window as we pull into the empty parking lot. This is a big parking lot for a park. Everything alright? He sees his perk and he looks over at me, clearly forcing a smile. Of course! You don't seem that way. What's up? And then closer to him. He was talking to Kudzu in the front, so he may have some amount of privacy. TJ looks down at his lap in a moment and then just shrugs. I think it's pretty obvious, Chase. This whole trip has been pretty bad. I'm about to counter that it hasn't been that bad, but he goes on. I just think it might have been best if I hadn't come. I feel bad is all. The way he tries not to frown, but does anyway, is both heartbreaking and adorable at the same time. Oh. I automatically rest upon his shoulder reassuringly. Just stuff happens, right? We came here to have fun, and that's what we're gonna do right now. Yeah, it's just that I feel bad for everyone else. What happened yesterday, I think it affected everyone. No way, I had a great time with Leo yesterday. It wasn't sad at all. I realize that statement makes me look like a total asshat. Asshat. But TJ just nods as Leo parks the car. Yeah, these parking spaces are a little fucked, I'm not gonna lie. We're here. Yay, happy music! As we reach the field, Kudzu immediately starts jogging the length of it while TJ stretches. I stand there awkwardly for a second, not really sure if I should join them, since that felt a little overboard for something so casual. At least I hope it's casual. Well, Leo is a little fucking competitive, so... Leo rests the soccer ball against his hip as he joins me. Why in the hell would you, in the middle of a hot fucking day in, New Mexico, Arizona, whatever, decide to play a sport? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? So eager, huh? Apparently. Well, it's not a bad idea. Don't want to pull anything. So me and Leo do a few awkward stretches before the other two join us in the middle of the field. So, time to pick teams. There's only 4 of us. Shouldn't be too hard. You want to pick? Kudzu looks between us before his eyes settle on me. Chase. Oh, okay. Probably best to keep the lovers off the same team to avoid distraction. I, at least, want a little bit of a challenge. Asshole! Kudzu gives Leo a little smirk. I blush, but Leo smiles easily, rolling his eyes. It's not like that. Sure. So, I'm on Leo's team? TJ sidles up to Leo's side and Wolf puts an arm around his shoulders. Yep, you're lucky to have me. You know, in my country, we had a war over soccer once. I don't believe you. It's true. Thousands died in the football war. Football. Wait, did you just call it football? Because that seems pretty confusing since you're really into the other football. God, my throat is drying up like a motherfucker today. I live here now, so football is soccer and football is football. And if I were to call soccer football, I'd call it football.
Oh, wait, what?
Spanish word. Let's just start. Kudzu looks around. Since there's so few of us, why don't we just play half field? Grab us a few rocks and mark the goal. Makes sense. After that's done, we start playing, and for me, it's pretty much a disaster. TJ, of course, dominates all of us. He dodges around me with ease, making me look like an idiot as I spin around trying to catch him, falling on my ass more than once. Says my guy, I don't fucking know. Kudzu is able to hold his own for the most part, but TJ gets past him without much difficulty. I think the Lynx realizes how badly he's beating us after a while and starts to ease off. Dick. He passes it to Leo more often and only really steps in where we near the goal. Leo, while big, is slow as hell, and I actually managed to steal the ball from him a few times. I also think it's because he's not taking this as seriously at all, because he keeps laughing and slapping me with his tail when I run past. At one point, the score was like 7-0. I managed to get near the goal. TJ jogs in and I kick the ball clumsily, and it's so clear that he misses on purpose that everyone busts out laughing as he rolls it in as it rolls into the net. TJ frowns.
What? That was a great kick, Chase. Fucker.
I lean over, resting my hands on my knees as I gasp for breath. If you're gonna let me score, you have to make it look more convincing than that, man. Also, I'm not 5. I can handle getting my ass kicked. After a while, we switch up teams with TJ on my side and Kudzu and Leo together. It's a bit more even after that, with me being TJ's handicap and all. After about half an hour, we call it quits and head back to the parking lot where Leo throws us water bottles. Well, this was so fucking worth it, I bet. I wipe my face as I sit on one of the parking blocks. Even though it's early evening and the weather is still way too damn hot. Leo and TJ are already up again. TJ showing him some of the moves he had viciously used on me. Jesus. I'm glad to see that TJ is somewhat happy again. His ears are up and he's smiling as he runs circles around Leo. Hey, come on, how am I supposed to learn anything if you're just using them on me? Just trying to make me look dumb, huh?
Sorry. Alright, first thing you need to do...
I noticed Kudzu standing a few feet away, watching along with me. So I guess you've known Leo since you moved to Echo? Kudzu looks over at me before leaning back against Leo's van. Leo has a van? I thought he had a truck. What the hell? Yeah, he saw me moving in and insisted on helping, so that's how I met him. Sounds like Leo. Kudzu takes a swig of his water bottle. He's a good guy. Definitely. So you still live here, right? In Peyton? Unfortunately. I guess Leo told you? Yeah. I also remember Leo saying that some bad things happened in the city for the raccoons, so I wonder if I should press it or not. Sorry if it seemed like I was making fun of your name a few days ago. It's a cool name, just different, you know? Kudzu smirks. No, I know it's weird. Just caught me at a bad time, is all. I spread my legs out. Wow, that is an odd response. Oh, it's okay. Whomp! Ugh, Jesus. Sawing as my knees pop. Pop-a-da-pop-pop. Brat-chicka-brat. I'm not built for running around. Yeah, you're built for swimming. I raise my eyebrows at his bluntness. It's not really a speciesist thing to say, but most people don't often point out a species aptitude. So I guess I wonder why'd you move to Echo? It's such a dump. Kudzu's silent for a while. In the meantime, we watch Leo fall on his ass after TJ kicks the ball between his legs. People. Eh? People are the reason why I left Peyton. Peyton is technically a small city with just 70,000! The town I'm currently living in only has 12,000, and I was raised ages 0 to 16 in a town of less than 100 people. Not 100,000, 100, motherfucker! Compared to Pueblo, that's nothing. The more people there are, the worse it is. It's the same anywhere. Okay. Kudzu goes on. Sure, in Echo there's 100 shitty people, but in Peyton there's 50,000 of them. I prefer Echo. His tone is so dark at this point that I don't even respond. Something definitely happened here in Peyton, and I don't dare ask what it was. Luckily, I'm saved in awkward silence as Leo haphazardly kicks the ball in our direction. And CJ comes running up to us. Fuck! Damn it. Alright, I think that's enough for today. He jogs over, wiping his face. Man, I need a shower. You two getting along? When Kudzu doesn't say anything, I pipe up. Yep! Leo frowns, clearly sensing that something's wrong. Okay. Anyway, let's go out and get some ice cream. I've been really craving it. Stand up slowly, knees pop, 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 popping. Again, as we all pile into the car. As we drive, TJ continues to stare at the window, but his ears are up and he doesn't seem so depressed anymore. Nice. I lean over towards him. Feeling better? TJ turns to look at me, smiling.
Yeah, it was fun playing with you guys.
I grin. You're insanely good. He shakes his head.
Not compared to those other guys at school. I'm not aggressive enough, but it's fun.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. TJ nods.
It's too bad we can't come back and do it again tomorrow.
Why not? Not that I'm crazy about doing it again, but I'm not sure what would prevent it. He looks at me.
Well, your project.
I frown. I don't think... Hey, what flavor you guys want? Leo practically shouts back at us. Look around. We aren't even at the ice cream parlor yet. That motherfucker went, shoot the clouded leopard cat! Hi! Hi, 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 hi! That didn't seem to bother TJ, though.
Oh, cookie dough! It's been so long since I've had it.
Really? I didn't know you liked that flavor. And somehow Leo's able to keep up the conversation about ice cream flavors all the way to the actual ice cream parlor. He's preventing us from making plans with other people. The motherfucker's a psychopath! I decided the shots I got early in the day were too bright, not representative of the sad state of the town I wanted. The setting sun does a better job of capturing the desolation and the bittersweet depression of it all, a metaphor for an end, in a way. At least that's how I hope it comes across. I lean back against the old rusted car, clicking through the images I'd taken. It feels very quiet, despite the wildlife around me. And so that's why it's easy for me to pick out the footsteps heading in my direction. At first I think it's Leo, and I wonder how he's finished up with his shower so quickly. But then I realize that the crunch of dried vegetation is too soft, too light to be Leo. I look up, kind of hoping to see Kudzu. Oh no! It's Clint! Oh God! No! It's Clint! The grip tightens on the camera, watching as he approaches around the bend of the tracks. He doesn't see me at first. As he gets to the tracks, he hops onto one of the metal rails and balances there, walking along like he's on a tightrope. Does everyone in Echo just come here to take a walk? I think about walking around the train car out of a line of sight and hide until he passes me. While I'm thinking this, he loses his balance, stumbles off the rail, and that's when he looks up. Of course, I'm the first thing he sees, and we both just sort of stand there, watching each other. I don't know what to do. Cud said Clint probably didn't remember anything from last night, but I'm not willing to bet on it. Bet on it! And it looks like he's not even sure who I am, though. His eyes are squinted, almost shut, mouth all screwed up as he scratches his head comically. He leans forward, almost to the point of falling over again. Definitely on something. At that moment, a look of recognition spread across his face, and his mouth opens wide. Jesus, no! And he starts jogging straight for me. Oh, Jake, no! The abruptness of his movement startled me, and I almost dropped the camera. I angle myself away from the car. I'm not backed up against it, and start taking steps back as he gets closer. He stops, though, about 10 feet away, and points at me. Hey! I know you! I don't remember his fucking voice. I'm at a loss for what to say. He's wobbling back and forth, his eyes wide open.
Your name!
There's an awkward pause as I try to determine whether or not he's asking a question. My name? Chase? Why did I tell him that?
You're...
Oh. Oh. Ooh, Jesus. Ooh. Is everyone ready for what will be coming up? No. Jeez, no. Psych me out. I'm distracted again because that's when I see the handle of a... No. Delete. There's a pistol. Clint glares.
Fucking Leo, why do you hang out with that creep?
I'm looking around trying to decide the best way to escape in case he loses it.
I mean, he's always saying shit to me. Always saying shit about my dad. He had a perfect fucking life and rubs it in my goddamn face.
I take a few innocuous steps back so that the end of the car is right next to me, in case I have to duck behind it. I don't think Leo's life was that easy. It was pretty bad luck. Pretty back in his country.
Fucking not saying that. Coming here trying to make my fucking life even worse. Couldn't go home and be happy. Couldn't go outside and be happy. I can't be happy anywhere.
He sneers at me.
And you fuck him.
Yeah, Jesus. I just stare at him and don't say anything. I feel like anything I say could set him off, but he waits patiently, expecting an answer. Clint.
Don't you!
He shudders visibly, clenching his eyes shut.
Fucking
it's explicit! Christian channel!
I don't even fucking care that you... Wow.
If I wasn't so afraid of the whole situation, I probably would have laughed just then. I take another step back. Hey, I was actually just about to head out. I'm doing this project, that's why I'm here. He glares at me. Me and Leo broke up a few years ago. We're just friends now.
You don't know what he's like, the things he did to me. It was way worse than what I ever did to you.
I do need to head out. We can talk about this later. He sees me stepping around the car, and immediately his hand shoots the hand of the gun.
Hey!
I freeze, watching his hand, preparing to throw myself to the ground as if he pulled it out. At the same time, I'm praying that he'll shoot his dick off if he does. He glares at me.
What the hell are you even doing out here anyway?
With shaking hands, I point to the camera around my neck. I told you, I'm doing a project. I try to smile as I hold it up.
Just about Echo. What the fuck is there to say about it?
His hand looses on the pistol, and I manage to steady my voice enough to actually speak. Well, there's history to it, you know? There's history to everything. I'm just trying to figure it out. Clint looks around, seeming to forget about his gun.
Oh, like this railroad?
Yeah, like this railroad. Clint's eyes are vacant as he stares at the ground, and I think about making a run for it again.
Oh.
I jump as he snaps his head up.
My dad once told me that he knew that what? My dad once told me that his dad knew a guy that got killed here back in, like, the 50s.
Oh? Despite the fact that there's a crazy mouth head in front of me with a gun, I still find myself becoming interested.
Yeah, like some guy was trying to hop on one, like way back when that's how people would get around. So this guy was trying to hop on this train here when it was leaving the station, but he missed jumping on. The fuck was that noise? I don't know. I'll have you know that Leo's ass is delicious. Never mind.
Clint sits down in the dry, dusty weeds and spreads his legs out over the rails.
And he falls down like this, and it runs over his legs.
Clint brings both hands down on chopping motions over his thighs.
Blood goes everywhere, and yeah, he's dead, right?
He looks up at me, and I realize he's actually waiting for an answer. I guess those questions are never rhetorical. I'd assume so, right?
Wrong! They found him a few hours later, and somehow the fucker's still alive!
Oh, I'm already starting to doubt this story, or at least his version of it.
The stumps are packed with dirt, so he stopped the bleeding, and so he's gone crazy, but he's gone crazy by now. He's going on about some creature that came up to him and spoke whispers in his ear.
At the very least, I could just stick this story somewhere slow in the project to keep things somewhat interesting. Yo, you got a camera. Why the fuck wouldn't you at least, like, it's around your neck, right? So you just point it, turn it on. If anything happens, you got evidence. And you're hearing an interesting story, counts as an interview. There you go. Method Storytime. One of those local urban legend type of stuff.
But then he goes to the hospital and they think he's gonna live, but he jumps out the fucking window and kills himself!
Clint stands up and brushes himself off.
My dad used to tell me that story a lot. Not like I wanted to hear it, but he liked telling me things I didn't want to hear.
I don't quite know what to say to that, but I want to keep on his good side, so I make a show of pulling a notebook out of my bag. Well, thanks, Clint. That actually helps me out a lot. But Clint is still off in his own world, staring off at some trees in the distance.
It's weird that you needed to hear that story, because I come here because of it.
For closure or something?
Because of that guy. Sometimes I think I see him when I'm all high, and I hear things here too. It's scary, but I do it anyway because it's different. This town, everything's always the same, but you can make it change if you want.
At that point, he starts walking again, off the tracks and down toward the group of trees. I decidedly don't follow him, instead hurriedly making my way back to Leo's house. Well, fuck! I have a lot of time to calm down on the walk back. Leo is nice happy music, that's wonderful. Leo is splayed out on his couch, picking through a TV dinner in his lap. Nice of you to help us out, motherfucker. We were almost about to get shot by something crazy. Meth head! Meth!
There you are. I warmed one up for you too, but it's probably cold by now.
That's right, I'll just put it back in. Leo watches me as I head for the kitchen adjacent to the living room.
Hey, what's up?
My dinner is sitting on the stovetop, and I make an effort not to wrinkle my nose at the sculpted rib meat covered in barbecue sauce. Watery mashed potatoes complements the gooey mess. And then just tired as all. Why wouldn't you tell? Well, you probably don't want Leo to freak the fuck out and go kill Clint, so I guess that makes sense. Discretion is the better part of valor. Toss the dinner back into the microwave and set the timer for 2 minutes. As it's warming, I turn back to lean against the counter and face Leo in the living room. Hey, I was wondering something. Leo looks back up at me, ears falling back a little. It's about Clint. Leo's brow furrows. I mean, you guys are always at each other's throats. I know there's always been some animosity between you two, but I don't remember it being this bad. I frown. You guys practically want each other dead. Leo pins his ears back while he licks the barbecue sauce out his fingers. I really don't know, Chase. If I had to say, I think it'd be the drugs. The drugs?
Whatever he's taking, it's pretty hardcore. I mean, he's a goddamn skeleton now, right?
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm responsible. It's not like I'm responsible for it. I just treat him like he treats everyone else.
I open my mouth, hesitate, then finally ask what's been bothering me. When we were younger, would you say that you bullied him? Leo frowns.
What's bringing all this up?
Nothing, I'm just curious, is all. Leo starts to smooth down the fur on his head, all poofed out from his shower.
I mean, I wasn't nice to him, of course, but he was an asshole to everyone else. Like I said, I did to him what he did to others.
He coughs.
Maybe a little worse.
Worse? What he did to us was pretty bad, though. He tried to burn me with a cigarette once.
See, when you tell me shit like that, I don't feel bad about any of the things I did with his worthless ass.
I'm saved from having to respond to that as the timer goes off. I turn around to pull my foot out of the microwave before grabbing a plastic fork and sitting down next to Leo. We eat in a slightly awkward silence. By the time I'm almost finished, I'm feeling a little nauseous. Not to be rude, but do you always eat this stuff?
Huh?
Looks up with a mouthful of mashed potatoes. The microwave dinner stuff. He swallows loudly.
Yeah? You don't like it?
He lowers his ears again, looking embarrassed. It's fine. I mean, it's just sad. What a way to say it. I look at him sheepishly.
Ha, you little fucker. I get better food sometimes. This is just easier.
Yeah. I fucking grew up on microwave food, so I drag a plastic fork through the flaky potatoes. And what qualifies as better food? The diner?
Hey, it's not like I can't afford it. I make good money.
I laugh. This isn't about money. I just think you're lazy. Leo mock growls and leans over to grab me. I yelp theatrically and try to hold my tray steady as he yanks me sideways and to lay down against him, our heads on the armrest. Hey, I gotta throw away my tray. It's full of gross TV dinner water. Leo nuzzles into my neck.
Put it on the floor.
Ew, gross.
You can throw it away when I'm ready to get up.
Since when do you decide when I can and can't get up?
Since you decided to mouth off to me, now you're the one who's gonna be cooking all my meals and cleaning up my house. What the fuck?
I shiver and he responds by spooning me tighter. Clearly Leo's gauged that I'm past the point of resisting at this point in my little vacation, and he's taking advantage of it. I don't know what that means. He rolls the R dramatically. Definitely taking advantage of it. We're both too tired to do anything more, which is probably for the best, and within a few minutes I've passed out. Oh, my ass. Not much to see there.
Friday!